Hello everyone, welcome in. This is LDJ11 Gaming, and this right here is going to be a special episode based around Justin Hill, our transfer halfback. We're going to watch Penn State take on number 5 Ohio State today, just to, get to see Justin Hill play one more time in this series. Penn State really needs to win this game. They come into this game at 4-4. They have to play Ohio State, and I forget who the other team is, but they play another ranked team. So they have a tough road to get to 6-6, just to even get to bowl eligibility, which is definitely not what Justin Hill had in mind when he transferred over from Buffalo. He said one of his reasons he wanted to go to Penn State was for the winning culture and all that. He was really disappointed in what happened during his time in Buffalo because, we never played in a bowl game. He never had an opportunity to be a part of a good team, and then he comes to Penn State, and they've pretty much done nothing but disappoint. Now, that's not everybody on team's fault. They did lose their 99 overall quarterback for the season with a torn shoulder, and his name was Killian Howard. He's going to end up probably in a little bit like a Sam Bradford situation, if you remember when he entered the draft, where he sat out most of his junior season with a shoulder injury and then still went number 1 overall. I could see something similar happening with Killian Howard just because he is such a good prospect for NFL teams. And look at that right there. That was a deep shot completed, but there's a flag, and they're going to call pass interferences. I've kind of let Ohio State's drive go in the background here. That's going to back them up to a 3rd and 34, if you can believe it. There's almost no way that they can even begin to convert this, but he's going to try. Look at this throw from Yaku. It comes up just short of Zach Stewart. It gets picked off by the Penn State corner, and Penn State's going to take over, so we're going to get our first chance to see backup quarterback Trey Mark, who is really, really good. He just is more of a scrambler than Killian Howard ever was, so that's kind of the big difference between the two. And look at this. Justin Hill gets his first carry of the day. However, he loses 2, so I know that's not how he was hoping his day would begin. But if you look at his season stats there on the screen, he has 554 yards and 4 touchdowns on the season. And look at this play by Trey Mark. That right there was a 13-yard run to give Penn State another first down. He has been balling out since he took over for the injured Killian Howard. He isn't near as effective through the air, but on the ground, man, he has been fantastic for the Nittany Lions. Now on the ground, Justin Hill has been their lead back as everybody expected, and he has been pretty good for them. However, they do run a little bit of a system that gives 3 running backs carries. We didn't see it quite as much in this game, but they have 2 other backs besides Justin Hill that get carries and do leave their, a pretty good mark on this team. And Alik Murphy is the top one of the 2 backups, and he does play, a fair amount. You'll see him sprinkled in here or there in the highlights. Says, look at this carry by Justin Hill. He just took that ball for 14 yards, giving the Nittany Lions a first down at about the 15-yard line, and then Trey Mark tucks it and picks up 3. So now they have a 2nd and 7 inside of the red zone. What can they do with it? Well, it looks like they're going to pass it out there, and that's Alik Murphy that I was talking about. He makes that reception for just 2 yards, setting up a 3rd and 5, and it looks like they're going to pass it as Trey Mark moves in the pocket, throws it to the end zone. That was almost intercepted. That could have been a disaster for the Nittany Lions as they line up for a field goal. It is up and good. Penn State takes an early 3-0 lead over Ohio State. Now, the rest of the way is just going to be highlights, and you can see right here, Penn State is in the red zone. They're driving. Yaku hands it off to Rayner, their backup running back. We've seen Ohio State as the Buffalo Bulls earlier this season, and we had a heck of a game against them. It was an overtime thriller that we ultimately ended up losing, but right here, look at that. Dave Rayner stuffed again for another loss. It is now 3rd and goal from about the 10-yard line for the Buckeyes. Yaku's looking to pass it. He gets sacked. He's taken down. Buckeyes end up not getting a touchdown out of this drive. They do end up lining up to kick a field goal, and it is up and good. Buckeyes tie this game at 3 near the end of the first quarter. We jump ahead here. Once again, Justin Hill getting a carry. He fought hard to pick up 4 yards on that play. He is by no means a speed demon, but Justin Hill definitely has that in between the tackle power that you're looking for, and he can catch the ball. Look at this. He caught a 7-yard pass there. It's now 4th and 1, so what are the Nittany Lions going to do? They go for it, and Trey Marks tucks it and runs. He picks up the first down. Now let's see what the Nittany Lions can do for the rest of this drive. Can they manage to get into the end zone? Trey Marks back to pass. This is 3rd and 3. He throws it. It is caught. Touchdown, Vondell Everett. And the Nittany Lions will take the early lead. They go up by 7 now with a 10-3 score. So what can they do the rest of the way? Can they manage to pull off this upset? That was a beautiful throw, by the way, by Trey Mark. Look at that. And then Everett coming back and making that catch. We now have 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the second quarter. They just throw a quick check down to Justin Hill here. He ends up losing 1 on the play, but it's a highlight, so I wanted to show it off. Now with 2 minutes minutes and 18 seconds left. Look at this speed option. Nice running by Trey Mark. And then look at the pitch out there to Justin Hill. 1, 2. He broke 3 tackles. Look at that. That is some beautiful, tough running by our favorite Nittany Lion. We sure could use him here in Buffalo, as our running backs have been pretty inconsistent in my opinion. On this 3rd and 5, Marks throws, and that's not going to be a pass. That's a fumble. That gets recovered by the Buckeyes, ending this drive and giving them a chance to score right before the halftime break. And you can see, looking at the highlights, that's clearly a fumble. His arm never came forward. What a great play. Now, the Nittany Lions did end up getting the ball back, and it's 1st and goal with 40 seconds left. Trey Mark was sacked there for a 5-yard loss, and the Nittany Lions are going to continue their drive. It's 2nd and goal with 25 seconds left. He completes a short pass across the middle. That one goes almost nowhere to Nick Parker, bringing up a 3rd and goal. As time is still running, Mark is back to pass. He throws it to the end zone. However, he was inaccurate. He couldn't get the touchdown, so they line up to kick a field goal to extend their lead. It is up and good. Nittany Lions are going to lead 13-3 going into halftime. This right here has been an upset in the making. Their defense has been fantastic. I wish I was showing the full highlights of this game, because, man, it has been impressive to watch their defense work. As we jump into the 3rd quarter, Justin Hill gets a carry, and look at this. That is such a beautiful run. He picks up a big gain on that one. I believe that one went for like 15 or so. Next play, he gets another carry. He stiff arms 1. He couldn't stiff arm 2. He didn't get much help on that one, and he lost a yard. Pretty much the rest of the way is just going to be showing off highlights of Justin Hill and everything that he does, except for when a big play happens like this. That is a pick by Trey Mark. David Ferguson picked him off, the 5'9", 181-pound freshman corner there with the nice play, and it looks like Ohio State is going to answer off of that turnover. Yaku is back to pass. He throws it out there. That one almost was intercepted, so they are going to have to settle for a field goal on this drive, which, you know, isn't necessarily ideal with just a minute left in the 3rd quarter. However, it is up and good. Buckeyes bring this game within 7. Penn State is trying to extend their lead now. Look at this. That's a pass out there to Justin Hill. He had to extend for that one. He caught it, and he took it for 5 yards. I will say, if I've learned anything about Justin Hill since he transferred, I should have used him a little more in the passing game. He's been pretty effective. He's still a great running back, as you can see on the carries he's had so far this game. He adds 8 for 74, you know, but if he would have stayed, you know, it would have really helped our team out quite a bit. However, what are you going to do? Cry over spilled milk? Penn State just attempted that field goal and missed it, so they still have a 7-point lead. And as we take a look at their total yards, Penn State's been dominating Ohio State so far. It's been quite impressive, and you know what? We are happy for Justin Hill and his team as they maybe make a big stride towards getting bowl eligible. It's been a struggle so far this season, but I really want to see Justin play in a bowl game and, you know, accomplish some of his goals, and maybe, just maybe, he'll be able to make it into the NFL and into our Bucs franchise series, which, you know, is going on the channel as well. Shameless plug there. Go ahead and check it out. It's not as many episodes deep as this one, but I'm still developing and going. I had to build the draft class out and all that. It has the draft class from our first season in this Dynasty series, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I think it's a great series. And right here, the Nittany Lions are trying to close out the Buckeyes. Mark is back to pass on 3rd and 6. He throws it. He had a man open, but he missed him. The Buckeyes are going to get a chance to answer, and maybe they will be able to. Oh, field goal is up, and no good. They didn't even get that. I honestly didn't think they were going to attempt the field goal. They missed one from a similar position earlier in this game. But the Buckeyes now have a chance to answer and maybe tie this game up. It didn't go as planned on 1st down. That was an incomplete pass. On 2nd down, Yaku's looking. He gets sacked. No, they do not call that a sack. They say he got that ball out in time. I think that should have been intentional grounding at the very least. So on 3rd down, they handed off to Baggett, and he is able to go ahead and pick up 9, giving them a 4th and 1, which is a lot better and a lot easier to be able to convert. They hand it off to Baggett, and he will convert it, picking up 4 on that carry. So the Buckeyes have a chance. They are back on 1st and 10. Yaku's going to pass it. He throws it across the middle. That's completed to Jermaine White, keeping this drive moving. There's still only 58 seconds left, though. And Yaku is back again. He's passing. He's throwing it deep. He underthrows that one. That's picked off. Nittany Lions are going to win this game as long as they can pick up a 1st down. What a big mistake that that was by the freshman quarterback Skylar Yaku. He knows better. He shouldn't have let that happen. This right here is for the game. Justin Hill gets the carry. He will get the first down. Penn State will be able to hold on and knock off Ohio State. This goes a long way towards helping them become bowl eligible and maybe get some respect back. This season hasn't gone how they hoped it would. They were hoping to be competing for a national championship. However, that didn't happen. So we'll have to see what happens. Skylar Yaku struggled today. He didn't even hit 100 yards through the air, and he also really didn't pass it as much as he probably should have. Trey Mark, however, was pretty solid. He didn't quite get to 200 yards, but he had another 78 yards on the ground, so combined, he was over 230 yards. Justin Hill, however, had 13 carries, and he had 112 yards. He averaged 8.6 yards per carry with a long of 28. He was pretty good for them today. I wish they'd have given him the ball a little more, but Penn State does tend to pass it more than they run it, so it's not that shocking. And with Trey Mark in there at quarterback instead of a pocket passer, they will obviously run with the quarterback a little bit more. But that was your look at Justin Hill in Penn State. This is LDJ11. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day. I'm out.
And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. But